welcome back to my channel. Yes. Hey, we've not done one of these in a while. Wolves is already playing Aston Villa. But anyhow, we're back with Premier League preview. So, I would have predicted a Wolves 2-0 before the Aston Villa game began. I promise you that this was my prediction before the game even began. Wolves 2-0 Aston Villa. So, I'm not gonna linger too much on that Aston Villa game because the game's been playing for 30 minutes already, so 31 minutes. It's still 0-0. I've not watched the game because I'm gonna be honest, I can't be bothered to watch that Wolves game. But I'm just gonna say 2-0. Let's get to the actually interesting ones. I hate Friday games in football. It's such woke nonsense. Like pure, utter woke nonsense. What do you mean it's a game on Friday? Hello, big up to him. Big up to him. What do you mean it's a game on Friday, bro? Like, you know. Like, bro. Isn't it supposed to be weekend? Like, you can do a game 9:30 on Friday. You can't do it on Saturday. Well, sorry, I went live at 9. You can do a game at 8, I guess, UK. On a Friday, but you can't do that on a weekend day. What? You could have played the same game just the next day at the same hour. But nah, we're gonna do this game. We are going to play this game on a Friday. Why? Anyhow, I'm not gonna rant on that too much. I cannot watch Man City Forest on Proximus Picks. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you can only watch some games, you don't get all of them. Aye, that sucks, I can't lie. That sucks. Hello, big up to Rosa. Let me lift my, Anyhow, let's actually talk about the first game, which is actually interesting. That would be Bournemouth against Sunderland. Now, I think Bournemouth have a few injuries. They've got Kluivert out, of course. I'm not sure when he's back. They've got Cook out. I don't think anyone else that is relevant is injured. There's a few injuries for Forest, but other than Leonardo, I don't think any big ones. So, I think Forest will... did I say Forest? I meant Sunderland, of course. I think Sunderland will be just fine. This Bournemouth team, it's been hit and miss this season. They had a good start, but then they kind of nosedived. And especially when Semenyo left to Man City, they got a bit worse, I can't lie. They got quite a bit worse, shall I even say. So, I'll look at Nottingham Forest, and I don't see who scores for them if it's not Evan Nielsen or Kluivert, and Kluivert is injured right now. I know Krupi gets the goals sometimes, but he's young. I think Krupi is 18, 19, I could be waffling, but he's a young player. And that does matter when you play very good, strong teams, especially Sunderland. What I've waxed lyrical about all season. They've got a great defense with Alderete and Ballard. Xhaka, Sadiki, one of the best midfields in the Premier League with that duo. Right now, hand on heart, Xhaka and Sadiki is a better combination in midfield than any other in the Premier League, excluding Man City's midfield options, Arsenal's midfield options, and Liverpool's midfield options when they don't have 1,000 injuries. Hand on heart right now, Xhaka Sadiki is a better combination in midfield than Chelsea's. And unless they play Caicedo, I guess they could play Caicedo, James, I guess that works. I would consider that better, but James plays at right back this season. He's played most of his games right back. And Caicedo, Enzo, let's be honest, that ain't it. Let's be honest, that ain't it. So, this Sunderland team, they've had a bit of form. But listen, they're still a good team. It's been a while since Talby started. I don't think Talby is injured. This is going to be a game where Dalby does start. Lefebvre, I think, has been brilliant all season. I think he will start. So, I don't quite know what Bournemouth have to offer against that. I don't know what Bournemouth has that can rival what Sunderland has. I know it's at the Vitality, but Bournemouth's record at the Vitality this season has not been that good either. Like you want to talk about home records? Last season, Bournemouth was very good at the Vitality. This season, not so much, if I'm being honest. Then again, Sunderland has been kind of getting carried by their home record. So you could also say their away record isn't that good. But regardless, I do think that Sunderland will win this game. I'll go with a strong scoreline here for Sunderland. 3-0. 3-0 to Sunderland. 3-1. I'll go with 3-1. I think they concede a goal, but 3-1 Sunderland. I think they're just going to have a good game. And Sunderland, by the way, they don't just defend. I know people are like, oh, Sunderland's defensive masterclass team, but they don't just defend. They do a lot more than just defend. They are capable of going up the pitch, of attacking, of being dynamic, and of playing with the ball. They've got an experienced midfielder there, in Xhaka, who's capable of doing both, has done both, has won a title, playing for Leverkusen, playing expansive football, has played for Arsenal, and I'm talking about old Arsenal, where they actually played football, and not handball. So these are they've got players who can play this type of football, and then they've got Sadiki, who's very used to playing that deep defensive football, but he's also good going up the pitch and stuff like that, so they can do it both. I think when people say Sunderland's great defensively, I mean, it's true, but it's selling them short. They're also great going forwards, in my opinion. In fact, I think they're better going forwards than they are defensively. I'm gonna be honest right now, because I like their centre-back partnership. I like their goalkeeper. Their left-back, I'm not sure about. Reinildo helps, but Reinildo is old, let's be honest. Not as consistent anymore. Geert Ruida, I've never rated as a defender. I think he's decent going forwards. I've never rated him out of possession. He's good on the ball and stuff like that. I just don't rate him out of possession. I don't know. But going forward, they've got absolute quality. Lefebvre, Diarra, if he's not injured anymore, which I don't think he should be. Traore, who is injured. Robbie, who is injured. They've got a lot of injuries, actually. Yeah, they've got a lot of injuries. But my argument stands. I'm not going to play sports. 1 and 2. I'll see. Gay. I think I said a gay too many there, but oh well. 1-2 Sunderland. I'll go 1-3 Sunderland. Bournemouth 3-1 Sunderland. When thinks Bournemouth is beating that? I don't think Bournemouth got that lick, you know. I don't think they got that lick. No offense to any Bournemouth fans. Wake up to any Bournemouth fans. I didn't know you guys existed. I'm joking. Well, I don't think they got that lick, I'm gonna be honest. Real Madrid, Man City wants it. Bro, I'm so tired of this fucking game. I'm so tired of this fucking game, man. Sunderland hard gimmick when they just lost to Fulham. You know, Fulham had our number when we play. Bro, did you see Fulham play against us? Bro. Respect Fulham. Respect. Kortrijk 3-0 Liège. Damn. Kortrijk still knows how to play football. UEFA corrupt. You know how it is. You know how it is, bro. This is just corruption FC. That's what it is. I don't want to ever play Madrid again. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of playing them. Anyhow. Burnley Brentford is next game up. Does anyone care about this game? I mean, Kyle Walker has been starting, I believe, every game for Burnley. I've not watched every Burnley game, but I think he started every game I've watched of Burnley, which is just sad. James Ward-Prowse is bang average. He's so overrated. He's bang average. I don't even know who their striker is right now. I think it's Fleming. I could be capping. I mean, they've just got such an average team, Burnley. They've got Dubravka in goal as well, don't they? Because they got Dubravka from Newcastle. Then meanwhile, you look over at Brentford. Gallagher, top goalkeeper. I don't understand why. I think Gallagher, genuinely, is like top 5 goalkeeper in the Premier League. If I had to rank all the Premier League goalkeepers right now, I'd go Donnarumma, number 1, of course. I think I would give it to Raya as second best. I guess I'd go with Alisson. I think I go with Dean Henderson and then Gallagher. Pickford, a year ago, still gets in, but I think Pickford just every year it gets a bit worse, which happens when you get older. Shocker. I genuinely think he's a top 5 goalkeeper in the Premier League. I think he's so underrated. No, Sanchez is not in there. Senna Lamens, give him another year. He'll probably get in there. But yeah, top goalkeeper. Very good fullbacks. With fullbacks, I mean Kayode singular. Solid centre-back partnership. Midfield is just very solid. I mean, it's very solid all around the pitch. But then you look at the front three. Utara and Sade. I would take them both. I would take them both at Man City as backup up. In fact, Sade probably starts at this point with all the Man City injuries. But I will take them both at Man City as rotational players. I'll rate these players. Thiago, second top scorer in the Premier League. He's a bit of a penalty merchant, but I do have to rap Thiago because he is a Bruges boy. So, I mean, it's a very good squad. And none of them are too young. I don't think they've got a single teenager. I could be capping. But I don't think they've got a single teenager in their squad. Their starting 11 is a good blend of younger players like Thiago and players like Jensen, Jan Nelt, who are a bit older. Henderson. I don't know how old Henderson is, but he's up there in age, still good though. So that's just a very good all-round squad. And then you look over at whatever Burnley have, and you're like, yeah. What does Burnley even do? I mean, Burnley is a retirement club, aren't they? Like, they've got Dubravka and Walker. Like, bruv. That is retirement FC, yeah. That is retirement FC, bro. I can't lie. So yeah, I'm gonna go, it is at Burnley Stadium, to be fair, so it's not gonna be the easiest of games, because these relegation clubs, they love to put up a fight at their stadium, and then completely roll over whenever they go anywhere else. Which is so funny to me. So it's not gonna be easy, but I do think Brentford just have the quality at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go high scoring for this one. I'm excited for this game. 2-4 Brentford. I'll go 2-4 Brentford. We're witnessing the Glimt Champions League season. Ain't nobody caring about City Madrid. Bro, exactement, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro. Bodo Glimt is winning the Champions League. They're beating. I don't even know who they got. I think they got Sporting. They're beating Sporting. They're beating Arsenal. They're beating everyone, bro. Pick up Bodo Glimt. They're top notch. Best team in the world. Jasper Vergoten got sold to a... Why don't they give me my Corruption FC referee, bro? Give me my corrupted referee. Bro, I swear it down. Bruges wins the title the moment they give Bruges Jasper Vergoten every game. Because this man is so corrupt, he doesn't even hide it. Give me my Corruption FC. Yeah, come on. Igor Thiago. Hey, I'm just saying, I'd be a bit of a penalty merchant, but it's my penalty merchant. You know what I mean. Genk got Freiburg. I think they can beat them, you know. I don't know where Freiburg is in the Bundesliga right now. I've not paid a lot of attention to Bundesliga, but I think Bundesliga teams and Ligue 1 teams are beatable. I do think that. Then again, Genk is having an atrocious season themselves. Aston Villa got Lille. PSG, Chelsea. I think Chelsea wins that game, by the way. I'll save the Champions League and European talks for later. But I do think that Chelsea beats PSG. Raya. What about Raya? You're gonna need to add context there, you know? Galatasaray, Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool win that game, don't they? 2-0 Brentford, says Rosa. Yeah, I feel like a high-scoring game. I'm gonna go 2-4. I like me some high-scoring games. Patro Eisden. Got a red card. Aye. What is La Louvière, man? I fucking hate La Louvière. They have been shit all season. They play a big club, they show up. They played Union Saint-Gilloise. They hadn't won a game yet, I think. Play Union Saint-Gilloise. Dead fucking dead. Prime Barcelona. They play Club Rouge. Bro, I think I was watching Jose Mourinho's Chelsea. And now they play Sanda. Bro, this club, yeah, I want them relegated to the deepest depths of hell. They don't play football, then they play a big team. Prime Barcelona, bro. Prime Barcelona. Get fucked. Brentford for Champions League spots. Are they that close? Let me check the table. Let me check the table, actually. How far off are Brentford from Champions League spots? They're 5 points behind Chelsea. So, I think Liverpool wins. Spoiler. I think Liverpool win against West Ham. So, if they win today, they're gonna be 5 points behind Liverpool. And let's assume Chelsea draw. They're 3 points behind Chelsea. I don't know what their future fixtures are, but I don't think that's something... I mean, Chelsea does still play against us as well, so... maybe they do catch up. But they also have to catch up on Liverpool, not just on Chelsea. So. I don't think so, but would be very fun. Maybe Man United crumble job. Hey, I'm just saying. Liverpool, West Ham. Right. Yeah, Brentford 4-0. You're talking about spammings here. Yeah, you said that already. Oh, KV Mechelen. Yeah, it's at Mechelen, not at Zulte. Okay, fair. Newcastle, Barcelona. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about these European games later. Prem teams making it to Champions League quarterfinal, and I was just making fun of your accent, right? What's wrong with my accent? Oh. Can we ban Yuna? Can we ban Yuna, please? Villa bottle job Champions League to Igor who hammer. Let's just get Aston Villa, Man United, and Chelsea out of there. And Liverpool. Why not? Get Liverpool out there too. Who's next here? Brentford, Bournemouth, Everton. Sure, let's get them Champions League spots. Why not? Why not? It's a charity over here at the end of the day. It's just a charity. Anyhow, speaking of Liverpool, they play West Ham. What the fuck's been wrong with West Ham this season? I cannot tell you. They've got players that I do rate. I rate Sushek. I rate Bowen. I rate Wan-Bissaka. I think Mavropanos is decent. I think Somerville is decent. So they've got players that I do rate. What's been going on with them, bro? It's not that they don't have the quality of players. I do not believe that they lack the quality of players. Whatever's wrong, yeah, I don't think it's player quality. They actually have a very good squad, in my opinion. They've still got Callum Wilson. I know he's up there in age, but that's still a striker there. Does Traore still play there? I think Traore does still play there. They've got players, man. they just can't get anything over the line. It's so weird. A dude rates their squad. Even Todibo is a decent centre back. Gilman, like they've got decent centre backs on the bench. They just, no man, it's so weird because every time I've watched them, Fabianski, I don't know if he's starting or not for them, but Fabianski, also a very good goalkeeper. I think Fabianski is better than Areola, actually. I don't know why they start Areola. I think Fabianski is better. But they just can't win games. It's so confusing to me. I don't know. Maybe it's that midfield being a bit complete, because next to Sushek, what do you really have? I'm not quite sure. It's still, I feel like this team should be doing way better than they are. But they're not. And then meanwhile, you've got Liverpool. And Liverpool, and they've got hella injuries, by the way. They've got hella injuries. Words is injured. Isaac is still injured. Endo is injured, I believe. Bradley is still in. Isn't Bradley injured for the entire season? So that's like 4 players who are usually in or around the starting 11 out. So like that's kind of scuffed, isn't it? So then again, I do think Ekitike is a better striker for Liverpool than Isaac. Yeah. I mean, I rate West Ham's plays. If you just look at the plays from West Ham, I'd rate them. And Liverpool have been struggling. But so have West Ham. And let's be honest, Szoboszlai is a quality player. Gravenberg is a quality player. Ekitike is a quality player. Kerkez recently has been playing good. Milos Kerkez has been playing good recently. So, yeah, it's going to be a Liverpool win. 2-0. 2-0 to the Scousers is my prediction. 1-3 West Ham. No. It's at Anfield. This game is at Anfield. This is at Anfield. You think they're losing? You think they're losing 1-3? You must be taking the piss. You think they're losing 1-3 to 18th place West Ham at Anfield? Yeah, you're taking the piss. I can't. You're taking the piss. I can't lie. Next up is Newcastle against Everton. You know what's funny about Newcastle? They keep playing all their worst players. Like, they keep playing their worst players. Like, they could easily just play the better players, but they don't. Like, you know, they've got a better squad than what they put on the pitch. Like, Eddie Howe, as a manager, is just... It's not here anymore. Like, this manager, he's gone. He's gone insane. So to be fair, they have a good last few games, but why is Waltemade in midfield, bro? The last 2 or 3 games he's been in midfield. You what? You're putting Waltemade in midfield for a man like Gordon. Really? Really? You're benching Botman for a man like Cha. What is this manager on? Joe Linton, I think, is worse than Willock. He plays Joe Linton. Elanga is a good player, but has been awful this season. Anthony Gordon. What's this man doing starting games, bro? Johan Wissa and what's his name? Waltemade are getting benched for a man like Gordon in the 9. What is this team doing, bro? Like, they've got the players, man. I know they've got, like, injuries and stuff. They've got injuries to all their fullbacks, because, like, I don't know, but first of all, that system is way too reliant on just one player. Valentino. Big up to Tino Livramento. That system is way too dependent on Livramento. I'm being honest here, yeah? No Livramento, no party. I'm just... No Livramento, no party for these not. Yeah, you know. Like, that ain't the way to go. That ain't the way to go. You can't be reliant on a player who's made out of fucking glass. Like, brother, out of all the players you wanted to center your entire system around, you chose the guy who breaks the moment you fucking touch him. Tino Livramento, he's gonna come back from injury, he's gonna be thrown straight back in, because without Livramento they can't win a game. And what's gonna happen, bro? Someone's gonna touch him, he's gonna break into 1,000 pieces. Out until summer of 2028. Like, bro, you know. 2-year injury, why not? How are you gonna build an entire system around a player who's made out of fucking glass? And I'm not even talking about, like, reinforced glass or even normal glass. I'm, like, talking the thin sheets of glass that they, like, put on a photo lens. Like a camera lens, should I say. You know, like, the camera lens, they've got really thin sheets of glass on them. That's the type of glass I'm talking about. Like, you give it one good tap, it breaks. Like, it ain't even a window, it's just super thin glass. Like, bro, how are you gonna build your entire system around that? Eddie Howe, I can't lie, is such an overrated manager. Then you look over at Everton. I think Pickford has always been overrated, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna get into this again, but I do think Pickford is an overrated goalkeeper. I think Pickford is good, okay even, but he's just never been world class. He's never been elite. I think Dean Henderson right now is better than Pickford. I think Dean Henderson should be starting for England. But Pickford just seems to get that passion hype. He's that passion merchant. He gets that hype. And I think that because Pickford plays for England, he gets praised as the England goalkeeper. And then when people say an older English goalkeeper is better than than Pickford, they say, well, no, because Pickford is the England goalkeeper. Like, it's circular logic. Pickford is the England goalkeeper because he's the best English goalkeeper. And he's the best English goalkeeper because he's England's goalkeeper. So it's circular reasoning. I think that's what happens with Pickford. Because he has a good goalkeeper. But let's be honest, he's not the best English goalkeeper right now. He's not ever been elite. Let's be completely honest about it. Insert chat from Bleach. Okay. So, nah. I don't think Pickford is all that. Then again, Newcastle is starting man like Pope. The Pickford is a bit better than Pope, I would say. Other than Tarkowski, I don't really rate any of their defenders, I'm gonna be honest. Branthwaite is overrated. He plays... Because Branthwaite is so overrated that they had to shove him into the back four. He wasn't good enough to play in midfield. That's how overrated he was. O'Brien, he's got good games, he's got bad games. I think the big ones for Everton are Dewsbury Hall, Grealish, and Tierno Barry. And Beto. Beto as well. I'm just trying to think, is Beto injured right now? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Jack Grealish is. I'm not quite sure how they line up without Grealish. I'm gonna be honest, I've not watched Everton since the Grealish injury. But Grealish has been very good for them, so I'm interested to see how they do line up without Grealish. Dewsbury Hall, I think, is an okay player, but he's not elite either. Jadno Berry is a striker. I said at the start of the season, Jadno Berry is gonna hit 15 goals. How many is he on? Well, 1 second. Well, how many is he on right now? Jadno Berry. How do you spell his first name? With an H, apparently. I thought it was without an H. He's got 15 goals, 5 goals. Listen. There's 11 games there. Who's to say he doesn't score 10 goals in his last 11 games? All he needs is a hat-trick against Newcastle. And maybe another hat-trick here or there. He can get to that 15. Listen. He can get 15. No reason why my prediction has to be false, but yeah, I thought he was going to score 15. Hasn't. Probably won't. He's been okay. Yeah, I don't know. Not been very convincing. This is the battle of myths. That's what this is. This is the myth of Eddie Howe. Holy fucking myth of a manager. Newcastle. Decimated team. All their best players are out injured. And the remaining better players are getting benched for a man like Gordon and Ilanga. Which is just sad, I can't lie. And then you've just got holy myths with Everton. So, you know what? This is a myth of. I think this ends 0-0. This is the most 0-0 game ever. Holy myth. Holy myth of this game. 2-0. Sorry. 2-0 Newcastle. I mean, it is at St. James Park, but does St. James Park even have its slick anymore? I don't know. Maybe it does. Yo, big up to Adam. How are you? I saw you did a stream to the Champions League draw, by the way. I wasn't home. Otherwise, I would have checked that. My apologies. I didn't know you were doing the stream. I would have made sure that I checked in for the stream if I knew. Big up. Cellmating against Wolves for our team better than City, apparently. The mighty Wolves. The mighty Wolverhampton. Yeah, I've not talked about it. I'll talk about Champions League on a later date. Mainly because I don't care. I don't give a fuck about Real Madrid again. I've grown tired of talking about Real Madrid. 6 times in 5 years. 6 times in 5 years. Brother, ain't no man give 2 fucks about Real Madrid like that, bro. 6 times in 5 years. Like, go fuck yourself. Honest to God. UEFA need to go fuck himself. Newcastle got Barcelona and Chelsea back in a few days. Yeah, I saw that. Big up to Ethan. Why did I say it like that? Big up to Ethan as well. How are you? Yeah, Champions League. Hello, big up. Big up to Dan as well. Hey, all the homies coming in late. My day has been a bit rough, sadly. Because the weather where I'm at is a joke again. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope the weather clears up soon. I'd do the rain dance, but I'm not gonna humiliate myself here. So I'll just do nothing. But I hope the weather clears up, mates. I live in Belgium, like specifically West Flanders. So I'm just happy when I see the sun like once a month, you know. I see the sun once a month and I'm like, hallelujah, God loves me. You can always just make it stop raining. That's what I do. There you go. Great advice from Yuna. Thank you, Yuna. Yuna is like a voodoo magic, like, you know. Trust in Yuna. In Yuna, we trust. Could possibly have a City Bayern quarterfinal. Roll it back. Roll it back, bro. I know what's happening in that quarterfinal, sorry. Upamecano slip. Erling Haaland golazo. Roll it back. I don't know what's happening in that tie. But speaking of Man City. Oh. Speaking of Man City. We play man like Leeds. Leeds have got some good players. They've got Calvert-Lewin, of course, who's old but gold. Stach has been very good. I think that's how you say it. It's either Stach or Stach. Has been very good for them this season. Ampadu is okay. In defense, they've got Bale, I guess, who I like. That's about it. Obviously, quality-wise, Man City clears. Erling Haaland, best striker in Premier League history, I don't give a fuck. Oh, but Thierry Henry was set on the bench for Haaland, thank you. Thierry Henry had to cook himself out to Lionel Messi to win our Champions League. Hey, my GOAT striker brought us our first Champions League. Arsenal's GOAT striker had to become a fucking second-rate cuck to win our Champions League, I'm just saying. So, Erling Haaland, best striker in Premier League history. No arguing about that for me. So, obviously the quality gulf is immense. I'm not sure what Pep is going to start. I'm not even sure who's going to be fit, whether Doku is back yet or not. I don't think he plays even if he is back, though. Semenyo will start, I reckon. Maybe Foden, maybe Chetki, maybe O'Reilly. It's like, oh, maybe. But whatever the case, it should be a better team than what Leeds put up. That Leeds game is not going to be a question of can Leeds do something. It's going to be a question of can Man City put it away. I do think Man City... Listen, it's Man City in a title race. When Man City must, they do. Have not won at the stadium... sorry, not at Stadium Flight. At White Hart Lane in whatever the fucking amount of years. Need to win a title at White Hart Lane? Done. Done. No one's won 20 games in a row ever. Oh, you're 10th in the league and you need to win 20 games in a row to win the title? Done. Done. You need to beat Arsenal to win the league title? 4-1. Done. Never won at Anfield with a crowd in my lifetime. Technically in my lifetime, if you count my birth year. I think it was 2002, right? But not in my lived experience. Was it 2003? I'm not sure when it was. But in a long time. Done. When Man City must, Man City does. Even Man City's trash season, where Man City was chasing top 5 or top 4. When Man City must, Man City do. Went on a streak there at the end of the season. I think it was like 8 wins in the last 7 games. Or 8 wins in 7 games? How does that make sense? 8 wins in 9 games or something like that. 8 wins... Guys, 8 wins in 7 games. I'm immense. I should be the national team coach. Like, 8 wins in 7 games. Hallelujah. But yeah, when City must, City does. You get what I meant. So I think Man City will dispatch Leeds. And will dispatch Leeds comfortably. 1-4, Erling Haaland hat-trick. It is coming. It is coming at some point. Erling Haaland has to get his hat-trick at some point. Listen, Erling Haaland is starving Man City fans right now of that hat-trick. Has to happen at some point. Surely, at some point, he scores that hat-trick. So, that's Man City against Leeds. One of the more interesting games, in my opinion, is going to be Brighton against Forest. Now, here's why I think that's an interesting game. Forest has underperformed this season, but I do think they're still a good team. I mean, you just look at the players that Forest have. Anderson, Gibbs-White, Hudson-Odoi, Ortega in goal. Milenkovic, Aina, Hutchinson. These are good players. These are good players. So yeah, they're fighting relegation. I think they lost. Didn't they lose to Fenerbahce? think they lost to Fenerbahce, which is kind of embarrassing. But they've got quality players there. Like, there's no taking away from the fact that they've got quality players. Murillo as well. Maybe calling Murillo quality is a bit overboard. But you get my point. But again, a team with quality who's struggled all season. Why? Difficult to say. Maybe the manager has been shit. I mean, they've gone through 4 fucking managers at this point. Like, bro, manager roulette, bro. They've had more managers this season than Saka has had open play goals. That's such a piss take, isn't it? Maybe they'd be higher up the league if they stopped sacking managers and if they could get a system of play in there. I think they would be fighting for the top 10 if they didn't sack, what's his name? Nuno. That's his name. If they didn't sack Nuno, they will be fighting for the top 10. But they did sack Nuno. So this is an interesting game. And Forest, player for player, is the better team. They've got... There's Mitoma, Pascal Gross, Hinchelwood, Welbeck, Van Hekken, Verbruggen, De Kuiper. Quality players there. If you go player for player, band for band, Forest have the better squads, in my opinion. But Fabian Hursler, something like that, has actually had time with his team. Whereas Forest, well, this manager hasn't won 10 games in a row. Boop, sack him, get fucked. So Forest kind of shot themselves in the foot there with sacking managers every turn. Every turn of the season, they've been sacking managers. So when you do that, you destabilize your own club. You will destabilize yourself if you just keep sacking all your managers. That's how football works. You sack a manager when he does piss poor, sure. But you can't just sack Nuno, who's given you your best season in Premier League history. And I believe like 5 games. 5 Premier League games. Maybe it was like cup games, I don't know. But 5 games. You sacked the manager who gave you your best season right after that season. 5 games in. Like, you're asking to destabilize everything. And that's what they did. They did destabilize everything. And it is their own fault that they're in this position. So, it's interesting for me. I do think Brighton will win that game. But I don't think it will be easy. By the way, they should have kept Sean Dyche. I'm just saying, Sean Dyche never gets relegated. It's kind of like Ange always wins in his second season. Sean Dyche never gets relegated. So Brighton 2-1. I think 2-1. Tough game, but they win it. 2-1. It's my prediction. Big up, I'm such a big fan. Can I get your attention? Onechan, I'll be very happy. Jets. We might be cooked. But okay, Imoto. That means younger sister, for those who don't know. And Onechan means bigger sister. Don't ask. 1-2 Man City. Moving on. 1-2 Man City. Hello. You're still... I'm getting a bit behind on chat. Doku's still injured. Doku coming on the pitch on what do you call him? What do you call him? Oh, fucking crutches. That's what you call him. Doku coming on the pitch with crutches and scoring a goal. Halal. Absolute halas. We will be there. Immense disappointment. 2-1 Brighton. 2-1 Brighton, okay. Yeah, I'll go with the same. I'll go with 2-1 as well. I think Forest is the better team, played for the player. But they just keep sacking their managers, and it's like, yeah, if you keep sacking your managers, it's not gonna improve, is it? Speaking of sacking your manager, Fulham against Tottenham. Spursy, isn't it? So Tottenham just don't have as good players as people think they do. What Tottenham players are actually good? Vicario, bang average. Paulinho, bang average and old. Lagushin, bang average and old. Romero, injured, I think, or suspended, I'm not sure. One or the other. He didn't play against Arsenal. I know that much. Bang average. Kulusevski, bang average. Bergval, bang average. Kudus, Hospital. Kudus and Madison, Hospital FC. Bissouma, bang average. Kolomuani, Simmons, Gallagher, Spence, Gray. Bang fucking average, man. Like, that team is so average, it fucking hurts. It actually hurts how average they are. They're so average, it's like beyond being average. They're so average, they circle around to being below average. And that's like they're fighting relegation. Like, it's honestly biblical. Then you look over at Fulham. Fulham have a good team, you know. Fulham have actually got a good team. Smith Rowe, solid player. Wilson, very good season, player I like. He's a one-season wonder, let's be honest, but hey, respect it. This is his season. Raul Jimenez. Okay, striker, nothing to wax lyrical about. He's definitely better than anything that Tottenham have. Bussy, solid centre-back. Kenny Tete, one of the better centre-backs in the Premier League, if you ask me. Anderson, solid, overrated, but solid. Bertrand, underrated in my opinion. I think Bertrand is an underrated goalkeeper. He's proper good. So, this is at Craven Cottage, by the way, which is a massive plus. So, I do think that, don't they have a Kevin King as well? I think they've got some dude who's like called Kevin King or something like that. I know they've got some dude called King. I don't know what his first name is, but yeah. Joshua King. That's what his name is. I just looked it up. Joshua King. Yeah, so, I mean, if your name is Joshua King, you need to be a good. You need to be a baller. This man's name is Joshua King. Like, he has to be a baller. How can your name be King and you aren't a baller? Like, it's like having the name Inyo, like Ronaldinho, Savinho, and not being a baller. If you have that Inyo suffix, you're destined to be a baller. If you're called King, like, you have to be a baller. Like, I'm sorry, you've got to be a baller with a name like that. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, yeah, Tottenham, I'll go Tottenham to win. Fulham to win. Tottenham, it's a bit Spursy. I hope they get relegated, by the way. They deserve to get relegated. Plastic fucking club. Plastic fucking club, bro. Like, their stadium is made of plastic, bro. But, like, that club is not even worried about winning titles, bro. That club is not worried about winning titles. It's not worried about competing, playing football. They're worried about what their next summer sell tickets are gonna be. Who do we have playing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? They still don't have a name, by the way. Next. Maybe we'll invite Katy Perry if she still does music. Can we get Taylor Swift over again? They got Taylor Swift, bro. Like, bro. What are these men doing? Like, they're not even a football team. They're just a fucking concert hall. That's what they are. They're a concert hall, bro. Get these men relegated. They do not deserve to be in the first division of English football. They don't deserve to be in any division of English football. Get them relegated. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. Nobody likes him. So get this man relegated and burn down that fucking stadium. Slay. Hate on those chickens. Am I bang average? Let me change the topic. Let me just change the topic here quickly. Look at this blue shark, guys. Blue sharks. Man City are coming. There you go. There you go. 2-0 Fulham. 2-0 Fulham. What did I predict? I forgot what I predicted already. But yeah, sure. 2-0 Fulham. We'll go with that. I did not say that. I just changed the topic. I changed the topic to... I did not say what I'd rate you as. I just asked, what do you think of my blue shark? Arsenal beware. I did not say that you're the bang average. I just dodged the question. Oh, you mean Tottenham with chickens. Cock and ball club. Their logo is literally a cock and a ball. Joshua King. Goal Wolves. Oh, you really? Bang, bruv. Wolves is staying up. Wolves, great escape. We will be dead. The mighty, mighty Wolves. I believe. I believe, bro. I believe. Molyneux got that magic, bro. Wolves are winning. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Ajax 5, young Ajax 5-1. Arsenal beware. Yeah, bro. I got the blue shark ready. I can't wait to get that blue shark out at the end of the season, bro. We're almost at the end of the games already. We've got one big game to discuss. And one game that nobody really gives a fuck about, but it is funny to talk about. United. Man United. They are currently 4th in the Premier League table. However, Chelsea and Liverpool could both overtake them should they win and United lose. Liverpool has some goal difference to overcome, but could do it. United is bottling that Champions League again. Let's all be honest. They're bottling again. They are not winning the Champions League. Let's be... sorry, they're not getting Champions League spots, is what I mean. Let's be honest. Embuemo, Cunha, Šeško, purple patches. I am not convinced. I am not convinced by a little purple patch, bro. New manager bounce. Okay. Okay, you're a good team now because you've had a new manager bounce. So I guess the new manager bounce, we forget that your best center back is Lenny fucking Yoro. Lenny Yoro, mate. I remember being on a stream with Touchline Facts. He told me he's gonna put... Lenny Yoro is gonna put Holland in his back pocket. Brother, I don't even know who Lenny Yoro is, bro. He still plays football. Maybe. He should consider doing a musical career. I think you'll have more luck there. This team is so average, this United team. They still play Casemiro in Big 26, you know. Casemiro's Champions League titles are 8 years ago. That's 8 years ago, brother. Ah, bro. You can't be keeping this man 8 years past his prime. Starting every game for the other man. And be talking about, like, being a top 5 side. They're bottling. That's it. That's it. Crystal Palace bought Strand fucking Larson. They bought Strand Larson. They were struggling with goals. they were struggling with scoring goals. And they scored a striker. They bought a striker allergic to finishing. Why? I don't know. But that's what they did. That's what they did. Let's be honest, these men are not scoring. These men are not scoring goals, bro. Let's be honest. But this, you have to believe. Everything comes down to this. You have to believe. You have to believe in Man United's bottle job. You have to believe in Crystal Palace actually doing something for once. Because the Crystal Palace can still get relegated, by the way. At it on 35, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They could still get relegated in theory, but they won't. Strand Larsen is just a piss take. I can't. They bought Strand Larsen when they can't score the goal. Listen, Wharton overrated as fuck. Mitchell, Munoz overrated as fuck. That Crystal Palace team has been absolutely taken apart. All the best players have been dragged out of that team. But you just have to believe. There is no logical argument. There is no logical argument. But I am a Man City fan. I think I've got my kit hanging up there. Yeah, I do. I'm a Man City fan. You have to believe. You have to believe that Man United will bottle top 5. And where better to bottle than against Strand Larsen having Crystal Palace at your own gaff. Lenny Yoro, own goal, we will be there. I will go 1-2, Crystal Palace. Strand Larsen, late winner. They're gonna let Strand Larsen score on them, bro. Like, you know you're deep when Strand Larsen scores on you. Like, when Man City was really bad last season, I knew we were bad when Strand Larsen scored against us. That's when I realized, fuck, we are actually a terrible team right now. So, when Strand Larsen scores against you, that is when you know you're washed. Stop watching football. Never touch a fucking pitch again. That's when you know you're washed. So, Strand Larsen, winner against Man United. New manager bounce is over. On to the last game of the weekend. North London, forever. Not really in north of London, are they, Chelsea? But it's close enough. Hey, Stamford Bridge, it's close enough. I don't know who to talk about first. There's a few injuries, I think, with Chelsea. Mudryk is suspended, I don't know that much. Other than that, like, they've got Estevao out, Cucurella out. That's it. I think that's it. So, Cucurella and Estevao are injured, and Mudryk is suspended. I think that's about it. So, I'm guessing it's gonna be like Colwell Dawson at centre back, and like Gusto and James at the fullback roles, which I think is just fine. Sanchez is an effy goalkeeper, but I think their back four should manage. I'm not quite sure what they're gonna do in midfield. Caicedo will start, and so will Fernandes, because they always do. Their front three is obvious to me. But if I am Chelsea manager, I do front three of Pedro Neto, Palmer, and João Pedro. But they do this weird thing where Palmer plays in midfield, even though he's fucking awful in midfield. He's a winger, he's not a midfielder. And then I guess they put João Pedro out wide, and they put Neto on his wrong foot, and they put Liam Delap up top. I think if they just play with a front three of Neto, Pedro, João Pedro, and Palmer, they've got a cooking front three. But Palmer's been out of form recently as well. But this is a big game. Listen, Cole Palmer in big games. Respect the big game gene. So also, if Man City has a big win, if Man City has a big win against Leeds, all the media will be talking about Arsenal bottle jobs, Man City on the hunt, blue shark this, blue shark that. So the pressure will be on Arsenal should Man City get that big win. So I'm assuming they're gonna play Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapie, which has been what they're playing all pretty much all second half of the season. I think Gyökeres and Trossard will start. I'm not sure who they put right wing, either Saka or Madueke. Well, I guess for the derby they will put Saka in right. They'll probably bench Ødegaard again, which is short in my opinion. Eze, Rice, Zubimendi is better than if you have Ødegaard in there. But I just think first of all, this Chelsea team has good players. Respect this Chelsea team. Yeah? Respect Chelsea. But also, this Arsenal team is not as good as people think. They'll be starting Trossard. Like, I'd rate Trossard as a bench player, not as a starter. You know? So they'll be starting Trossard. Eze just may well be their best 10, and Eze has been good against Spurs, and that's about it. So, maybe they'll play Ødegaard there, but I don't think Ødegaard is very good for Arsenal this season. So, I think Man City win a big scoreline. Arsenal feel the pressure. And this game can easily be a 2-2. A 2-2, 3-3. Nice draw. I don't see this as a low scoring game. And that's simply because it's a derby. Derbies are very rarely 0-0. You don't have 0-0 derbies, do you? So I think this is going to be like 1-1, 2-2, maybe even 3-3. Let's get a feisty derby. I think it's going to be a draw. Because Arsenal don't really lose a lot of games, but they give games away. They give away late draws, and they just bottle games, especially when the pressure is on. Chelsea is going to up their game for this game. You already know that. Chelsea is going to step up for this game. They're going to try their best to ruin Arsenal's title race. We are literally big game merchants. We will go to the final and lose to Glimt. Hey. Mighty Ball Glimt. 3-2 United. Best take. Sanchez was the main reason they drew Burnley. Finally something sensible, you said. 2-2 Arsenal. Yeah, this is a 2-2 game, and like this just got 2-2 written all over it. Like, the shit goalkeeper on Chelsea's side, the crumbling mechanisms of Arsenal, both attacks made up of hobos. Like, you know, these men are just homeless. They just had a shelter home right now. They'll be moving on to, like, a proper home in, like, Villarreal or some shit in a few years. So, like, you know. Yeah, this is a 2-2 game. This got 2-2 written all over it. Funny enough, Emery managed most teams with Villa in their names. Wait, what? Funnily enough, Emery managed most teams with Villa in their name. Sevilla, Villa, Villarreal, Villa, Aston Villa. Only way he couldn't succeed. The only reason why he couldn't succeed at Arsenal was because Arsenal don't have Villa in their name. This is the type of conspiracy theory you're digesting at like 4 a.m. Like it's 4 a.m. You're dead tired. You go on YouTube. You see some random ass conspiracy theory and you're like, you know what? Let me watch this. That's the type of conspiracy theory we're talking about here. Speaking of conspiracy theories, like and subscribe. I don't know what that's got to do with conspiracy theories. Do it anyhow. When was the last time Palmer played well in a big game in the league? We did not talk about that. We respect Cole Palmer. Agendas must agenda. Cole Palmer, penalty, 2-2. We will be there. 2-2 and Blue Sharks are out. There you go. 2-2 and the Blue Sharks are out. We will be there. So, Man City, just to recap, Man City. What did I say? I said 4-1, didn't I? Man City 4-1, Arsenal 2-2. Man City, all they have to do is win a game in hand to go top of the league. We will be there. So, let me see. Is anyone live right now? That's every game. By the way, I did predict 2-0 there for that Wolves game. It's still 1-0. That's gonna be so funny. If that game ends 2-0, that's gonna be so fucking funny. I can't lie. I hope that finishes 2-0, man. That's gonna be so peak. Please give me 2-0. Is anyone that I like live? Touchline is live, but don't feel like redirecting to them right now. Touchline is doing a watch long. Does anyone who's not doing a watch long live right now? It's all just watch longs. Too much of E. Yeah, you know what? Let's redirect to too much of E. Yeah, you know what? We're redirecting you guys to a Tottenham fan. Yeah, you know life is sad for the Tottenham fans right now. Go give the Tottenham fans some enjoyment in their life. Give them happiness. Arsenal should have choked the league against Everton and Spurs, but refs decided to keep this title race. Refs can only do as... referees can't keep giving it to them, though. Arsenal are just gonna keep bottling, don't worry. I'm live on Echan. What? Why are you unironically calling me on Echan, bro? You are not my emoto. Yeah, you are not my emoto. Anyhow, I'll leave it there. Blue Sharks are circling, guys. Blue Sharks are circling. I'll see you guys. Wait. Alfred. To this poor Spurs fan. I'm so sorry for you if you're a Spurs fan. Like and subscribe to keep Spurs up, or to relegate them. Depends on where you are on the aisle. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.